Raider Shield family, how you all doing? I'm your host, of course, 93 Nat Man. Behind me is a stud. Y'all know who that is, right? So I'm going to bring up Sacktown Raider Mike. I'm going to bring him up on the stage if he's ready to go. And then we're going to have hopefully a couple special guests. Blue Richard's not going to be able to make it. And had some issues, had some conflicts and that type of thing as far as schedule. So we'll roll that way. I understand that we're probably not going to get the amount of subscribers and views because she's not here, because she's freaking awesome. But I do have a couple other things to say. One, Billy Davis gets to see his family tomorrow. That's freaking amazing. And that's awesome. The other thing is, trying to say this right, there are some big content creators that have caused some hate and discontent across everyone else. And I think it's contrary to what we believe in. What we believe in as a nation, as a family. There's no hate talking bullshit in here. That doesn't happen. It's not going to happen. It's not ever going to happen. I'm never going to have a bad thing to say about anyone personally, period. Regardless of their team, regardless of who pops in here, I don't care who they are. But I am not going to freaking hate on anyone. That I promise you. And that will never happen, no matter how this show goes, no matter what. I am not that guy. Anybody that's in here knows me better than that. That is not my focus at all. I'm not interested in being a fucking movie star. I'm interested in talking Raider stuff and having a damn good time. Are we all clear on that? I hope we are. So, Rosetown, just for you, added an extra segment for you. There is going to be Joke Time with Navman. That's going to happen. So I wanted to just wanted to say those things first before I bring Mike on. And Mike, of course, is the co-host. There's I have two co-hosts. So and Mike's right here. So hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, Jack, Bob, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Jack.
I know. I was just talking to Jack a little while ago. Sorry about that.
Hey, look, we already have a few folks in. Looks like Rosetown's in. Oh, look, Devil Dog's in. And yeah, what's up, my brother? Rosetown, I mean, Crash Dog gets that. You know what I mean? The snap, that's what he gets. And same with Navy Vet. Boom. Right? So also, Sacktown, you got anything to say, everybody, before we get started?
No, I'm just happy that the people have showed up, and hopefully we'll get some more people on. But don't forget, if you got questions or comments on any parts of our show, that call them out, man. We want to see it. We want this. Damn. We want Nabman to. Nabman wants to use the chat, a lot, and be a very chat inclusive show. So, yeah. So happy to have you all here, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yep, exactly. That's the key. That's what it comes down to. Look, I'm going to stay on here and I'll pay for it myself. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I will, and I got no issues with that. But to be perfectly honest with you, subs, likes, and actually watching some of the stuff on the YouTube channel itself, it creates time. So there's like 3 wickets that are required. in order to get monetized. And the monetization is not a big deal to me. It's just one of those that helps keep the stream alive. It's not a lie. I mean, there are many big ones that say, hey, I don't need a $500 super chat to stay alive. You know what I mean? I don't need that shit. What I need is to be able to keep the stream open, and that's all. And that's why I put that link up there. And that's all. It's not a huge deal. It's just something that helps me out to keep this thing going. Is all, Mike. That's all. And the thing is, so who's Lester? Lester West, is that a Virginia guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
hey man, how you doing, brother?
How you doing, man?
I'm gonna reveal your co-name.
Yeah, Ken Stabler's in my background. Of course it is. I choose a new background every time. And then, of course, Shipmate's here.
Rose down doing.
Oh, look at that. Happy that Jeanty got his number. Me too. I would love the video of Daniel Carlson going up to him as an NFL veteran and going, bro, it's yours. I would love to have that video. That would be so cool. Because I guarantee that's the way it happened. I don't think Jeanty would just go demand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They had a nice interview on the graphic show earlier. They had an interview with Dante Thornton. Did you happen to catch that?
That dude, no, because that was part of the first conversation I had was the bigger folks hating on the smaller folks stuff, and I'm not going to say names. Just I don't like that at all. So I didn't unsubscribe anyone. I'm just like, wow, is that where we're at, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sorry, Brett, I shouldn't have brought it up.
No.
Anyway, it was cool hearing from Dante Thornton, though.
Yeah. That would have been cool. I'll probably rewatch it, but of course I'm busy with this shit as well. We have 8 in, it seems like, and let's see. Rosetown.
Oh, Jason Downs is in here. Hey, Jason SS Downs, how's it going, man?
Yeah, he about to pop him in here. So just so you know, we got 3 topics. I'm trying not to step on too many toes of some of the folks I respect a lot, like Jeff and Christopher Raiders. They do a 9 Eastern show, and I'm trying not to go too far over an hour and a half on this show so that we can send everybody their way because they're good people. So be careful. Be careful on what? Be careful what? What do you mean be careful? I'm not sure.
That's Les. Yeah, that's Les.
Oh, be careful.
He's gonna be give me shit all night, trust me.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good time. I would like to bring. I'll bring him on. I'll bring him on if he's flipping you shit, bro. That'll be freaking Mo Curly Larry no shit.
Yeah,
anyhow, so without further ado, I'm gonna put out the 3 topics we're gonna talk about. Is what everybody's thought is what the AFC West strength looks like now, as far as opposed to the rest of the NFL, as far as a division. What are they? What are they? Are they freaking beasts? That AFC West the best in the NFL? And then the next one is Jeanty. What's the ceiling for his first year? What's his floor? And then the next one would be the state of the Raiders headed towards camp. And before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and bring Jason Downs on. Give me a thumbs up, Jason, if you're ready to go. Copy that. He's in. Boom. Jason Downs, welcome aboard.
What's happening?
Oh, look. Freaking 805 just pulled up, too.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Does he want
805, jump in there when you want, brother.
What's up, 805? I'm just trying to read the. Maybe I should take my fucking glasses off.
Maybe you should.
Sacktown, what's up, man? Hey, yeah, man. Me, I'm up. I'm still upright, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy Davis came on.
Billy, what's happening, man? How you doing, brother? He's 707. Jason, so what you think, man? How we doing today? You doing all right? I know you're wearing a badass jersey, so I know you're ready.
He's the most badass player of all time.
Oh, well, then there's that guy.
Yeah. I love me some Alzado too.
Yeah.
Back then, it's hard to tell which one it is, back then, when it came into the 70s, like the 70s numbers, it's really hard to tell, it's like these guys were freaking monsters,
The hardest thing for me to do is go get an Austin Jeanty jersey. So I wouldn't look good in number 2. Amari Cooper.
Well, you think?
You think he'll come back?
No.
I don't think so either.
I hope not. I
got to use it for something. Otherwise, it's going to freaking go in a shit can.
Save it. Take the nameplate off the back.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, how do you know what's on the back?
Because of the reflection.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Hey, so we have 11 folks in here, man. That's pretty cool, man. Right off the get-go.
Everybody's following 805.
Yeah.
805, he'll bounce around. He'll take a crew with him.
Yeah. 805, that dude, I'm kind of scared.
All right.
Well, I'm kind of scared to get in 805 stuff because that dude's so damn smart.
I know.
You just can't. A lot of times you just can't. Yeah, you just can't throw a stat at him and be even close to wrong, or he'll be like, "Well, nah, that's not true."
He's got an extreme advantage because football has been his. I mean, trust me, football's been my life too, but mostly as a fan. But he actually, by him coaching, and studying, and so he's got it in. I mean, I could watch film and dissect film, not like those guys.
So, I'm not trying to imitate someone else, but Brock Bowers. Yeah, definitely Brock Bowers.
Been kind of thinking of nicknames for Jack Bash, and it's hard to give a kid a nickname. He ain't even caught a ball yet, but if it happens, I like the nickname. I hope it sticks. It's a Cajun Nightmare.
The dude is a baller.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
football player.
I can't deny the type of character that we've been getting since day one of the offseason.
Salute, brother. Welcome.
Oh, Money Chuck, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Moo Bell Cow. Well, there's no question. And here's the thing. You got Mostert right next to him, who in 2023 led the NFL in rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
So it's not a bad backfield as it sits.
Yep.
Just a matter of where we trimming the fat come June 1st. I firmly believe Zamir is probably going to need to find a new home. Maybe not. If he can bulk up a bit, maybe he can be that just go push people around type guy. If he's willing to do that, I don't think he's willing to. That's the thing. So
if Zamir has success this year, then we can hang a lot of what happened last year on the coaching.
Yeah.
we can hang a lot of that on coaching. And let's face it, some of that coaching with Getsy and them, they were sticklers on sticking to the plan. If we tell you to, if you're going to run through the A gap or the B gap, that's where you're supposed to run. Even though the B gap, right side all of a sudden opens up like a, tunnel.
Yeah.
No, don't go that way. We told you to go that way.
Yeah, don't use your vision or anything.
I never seen a coach get pissed off over a 20-yard run.
Yeah, it's like,
dude, 20-yard run, ad-libbing the play, and you get 20 yards, they get pissed. That's Daniels was like that.
Yeah, he was. He's like, dude, you didn't go the way I told you to go. He goes, well, the quarterback checked it to me. Yeah. Well, I don't like him either. So, you know what I mean? And it was like he flipped Zamir shit for getting a 20-yard run. And then Zamir said, well, DC, he actually swapped a play to me. And he goes, well, I don't like that fucker either. What McDaniel says. I'm like, you get the fuck out of here, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know if you guys heard the news about Derek Carr today.
Who?
No, I haven't.
Derek Carr. His wife was expecting. She miscarried.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, days ago, the Carr family. They're good people.
Shit.
They're
Look, man. We always say it, Jason, Mike. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
Yeah.
No matter what. I mean, when you're with us for 9, almost 10 years, and shit like that happens to you, I got you. Yep. It's always a Raider to me. You know what I mean? And the dude owns almost every freaking passing record in Raiders history, man. How can you not love that?
Quarterback we've ever had. We've never had a quarterback take snaps for 9 years.
Exactly. And that sucks, bro. That I've been busy all day. We got storms. We got all this other stuff going on. I'm trying to do all that stuff. I was telling Mike about it, that we may just absolutely get shut off at some point. We got storms rolling in. So, but the bottom line is like, damn, that is not. And the thing is, I think they already have 2 kids, don't they?
This would have been their 5th kid.
That would have been their 5th kid. Damn, I guess I'm just behind.
His first son had a medical issue that was touch and go for a long time. They were spending a lot of time in the hospital with him.
I do know that.
Wasn't it some kind of heart thing or something?
I think it was a heart thing or some kind of congestive heart thing or genetic thing that happened with him. So, and that's why he became a big supporter of the Valley Children's Hospitals in Central Valley.
Nice.
So
I know this is about Raiders, but let's just give everybody in the chat, if you can, just please say just put a Y there, just a Y, saying that you're just going to give a thought or a prayer to DC.
How about some prayer hands in the emoji box for Derek Carr and his family?
That would be cool. A thought or a prayer, regardless of what your beliefs are. Just a thought or a prayer would be awesome. SB. And that.
A big time salute, man.
Yep. So anyway, damn, that's somber as shit. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go that direction. Well, we already lost Blue for the evening, so the comedy's all on us, guys. So that's kind of half the show.
Well,
I got to save some of mine for New England Jeff Rader 401 or whatever. He should just change his. He should just use a symbol like Prince did. Artist formerly known as New England Raider Booster.
Yeah,
that's what we'll call him.
Yeah. So anyway, 805 says, can't tonight, brother. Got talked into taking the fam to dinner tonight. They eat, I drink. Not a bad trade-off. I should be good next week. I said, roger that. And here's the thing. 805 still on that the draft hangover because he was out with his boys for like 3 solid days, and his old lady got stuck with the kids. I'm pretty sure that's the way that rolled, and he's kind of paying back. He's paying back for that shit. That's pretty much the way that's rolling. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I was back. I was there back then. So, yeah. Prayer for your prayer. I thought he said prayer for the family car. But yeah, prayer for your family car.
Prayers for your family. Make it right.
Yep.
So, what's the first topic again? We got off track, man.
Oh yeah, sorry. AFC West, the strength of it, division-wise, coming into this season. What's it going to be compared to the rest of the NFL? And kind of the way I'll do that, since we're going to go ahead and go that way, is I'm going to go ahead and give you my piece on it, and then we'll go to Mike, and then to you, Jason. And then we'll turn it over to the chat to what they think. How's that sound?
Sounds good. I'm ready.
Okay. So my thought process is the AFC West is going to rival the AFC North as the best division in the AFC, without a doubt, as a whole. Just based on, hell, the Chargers had a great draft. The Broncos had a great draft. The Chiefs actually drafted some freaking talent. So it's all going to come down to camps. But to be perfectly honest with you, I think the AFC West is going to be probably close to the top division in let's just call it wins wise, in the entire NFL. That's my take, and that's my opinion. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to take out for a second. I wish you'd gone longer. Okay, so if we're doing AFC first, I definitely think it's the AFC West that's going to be. I mean, all 4 teams now with the Raiders finally doing something, we think they can get up there. So all 4 teams are competing each other. The AFC North is Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, and Browns. Ravens, I mean, of course, they're going to be up there. Steelers, they still ain't got a quarterback. Bengals, and then the Browns, even what they did in the draft, they're going to Brown. So I say in the AFC, it's definitely the West.
Jason?
Well, we'll just look at the coaching staffs. Just start with the coaching staffs. The best. AFC West has the best.
Oh, no doubt.
Then you want to work. You want to work your way into talent. Obviously, you still have Kansas City. Although I do think personally, on a personal, from an NFL, as an NFL or a football junkie in and of itself, I do think they're going to regress this year. They're not going to have nearly the success that they had last year. I can honestly see them going 9-8 and missing the playoffs. The Chiefs. The Chargers got better. However, how much better is Justin Herbert going to be under Jim Harbaugh? Because Jim Harbaugh focusing more on the run has taken a lot of those opportunities away from Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert's his success is he's got to throw the ball 40 times a game. If he's only throwing it 20, 25 times a game, he's not going to have the successes. He's got to throw the ball a lot. And I don't really think they have the receiving core comparable to ours now. I think ours is better. I think we are better right now than what we were with Devontae Adams.
Yep.
I said it.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm saying it as a core.
So Jason, Jeff said this.
The Broncos aren't.
He said the AFC East going to be better than the North, and to be
honest with
you, they might be.
AFC West or East is Bills, Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots.
Yeah,
I mean, Dolphins. What are they going to do? Jets.
It depends on the Dolphins.
Suck.
Dolphins are going to regress.
Yeah, they're going to go back.
So you only have
two
teams in there with the possible potential in the AFC East, Bills and the Patriots. And I hate to even say that, but they had a good draft, but they'll fuck it up somehow.
Right.
The Jets aren't look, they've got all their eggs in the basket with Justin Fields right now. So, and I watched that kid play last year when we went to Vegas and we watched him play. He was horrible. He was absolutely horrible.
Yeah. So I think we all had our take there. What do you guys think in the chat? We have 11 on board that I see. So what you guys think? Who's going to be the best division in the NFL this coming season? The best division.
In the whole NFL, well, we didn't talk about the NFC yet.
No, just saying. We're not talking about the NFC. I'm just saying which one's going to be the best in the NFL. I'm just going to let the chat decide on that one, and then we can hash it out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good.
Crickets.
Oh, but if you want to go there, the NFC, for me, in the NFC, the South is not even close. The NFC East, they're maybe going to move a bit.
And the Commanders are so dominant, man. They didn't.
The Commanders.
Yeah, and they're gonna be what they are, but the whole division, not so much. The West, Niners are headed backwards. Rams will be okay. Seahawks maybe if Darnold's what he was with the Vikings, but damn, they're not that good either. Shit, and Arizona Cardinals, come on, man. So what I leave out?
Weird team.
NFC North is the Vikings, Bears, right?
Lions and Packers.
Lions and Packers. To me, that's the strongest. That's the strongest division in the NFC.
Yeah,
the Bears got a lot better.
They're getting better. Yeah, there's no question they got better. And
I think Green Bay got better too.
Yep.
Green Bay's gotten better the last 3 years in a row.
Yeah,
they've just progressively gotten better.
Right.
So, Aiden O'Connell, dude's happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
He's happy to be here. Look at that.
You still got a job.
You still got a damn job. He's happy to be here. He's just happy to have a job at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're happy to have you, AOC. Yeah. Just saying. Most of us will say that as far as a QB2, if you didn't have that guy, if you had the guy to come in and take Gino's job, then Aiden O'Connell's got an issue. but we didn't. We didn't take that guy. So Aiden O'Connell's happy. He's happy as a freaking pig in poop at this point, so
that's pretty happy.
Yeah, that's happy. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rosetown, of course. Rosetown can't leave it alone though.
Yeah, what did you say? You put it by too fast. I couldn't see it. AOC.
Hey, you're still our backup. Cam Miller's coming for job. And then here's this. I'm still the starter though.
We won't tell AP that, okay?
Yeah. We won't tell AP at all. Yeah. Yeah, for the preseason. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty sure Gino was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. So anyhow, all right. So went to the chat, didn't get a whole lot of it because probably we're talking mad shit too on top of it. So Jeanty. I'm not gonna weigh on this until everybody's done in the chat and you two guys. So I'm just going to throw the question. The ceiling, year one, and the floor, year one, for Jeanty. Mike, go ahead.
No, I almost called him Jack now. Let Jason
Go ahead.
Go first this time.
Typical Mike. Let somebody else dance first. Let me warm up the dance floor for you, Mike.
I'll do it.
All right. So my overall expectations for that young man is I don't really expect a lot because traditionally rookie running backs, they'll come in, they'll have some pizzazz, they'll be on ESPN, a lot of ESPN highlights, NFL Network highlights, things like that. But my overall expectations for him and a reasonable expectation is anywhere from 900 to 1,100 yards. That's where you're going to kind of be in that ballpark with him. Okay. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, is that with running and passing?
No, that's rushing.
Just rushing.
Just rushing. 900 to 1,000 yards. Passing, I can see him contributing another 4 to 5. Because there are going to be some games where coming out of the backfield, he's going to get a swing pass and dock you for 70, 80 yards, quick, because let's face it, him one-on-one with the safety or cornerback in the open field, he's gonna win most of those battles.
Yeah.
Ceiling Celtic Raiders says it's the best ceiling rookie of the year, floor 900 yards. But in that 900 yards, let's say he does get 900 yards, but he has a couple flash games, okay? And then he has some substantiated games. But you got to also realize, too, we have Raheem Mostert, too, okay? So that guy might come in. If he gets hot, do you take him out of the game? No.
Nope.
Leave him in. If Raheem Mosert's getting 10, 15 yards a pop, sorry, Austin, I know we drafted you with the 6th overall pick, but the old man's out there, he's scooting. So we're going to let him work the field a little bit. Warm the dance floor, young man.
We got to, man, because, you don't want to just use one running back. Obviously.
No. You want to feature one running back. You feature them.
Right.
But you don't use. And we know as Raider fans over the past 20-something years that late second quarter and early third quarter has always been our Achilles heel. And those running backs, when you come out at halftime with those running backs and establishing it's just as important in the start of the third quarter to establish the run as it is in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes the teams will come out and they'll stuff your run the first half.
Yeah.
Right. You go back in, you make your blocking adjustments. Okay. Yeah. Instead of coming off your initial block, you're going to sustain that block on a double team and push upfield on a double team instead of coming off of it to try and scrape a linebacker.
Well,
just little stuff like that that'll help that running back get that extra yard or two of motion going forward.
Right. Not getting hit 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got people hitting him in the backfield. That's a bad day. That's we've been on the other side of that. You two guys, along with me, back in the day with 75, 71, 93, and 77, ended up in people's backfield at the snap of the ball, hitting the running back. They ain't running all the day. John Riggins didn't go nowhere, right?
Yep.
So
exactly.
that principle back then is the same principle. That nothing's changed in the game of football. You still have to be able to run the ball, and you have to be able to stop the run. And if they stuff your run, you're going to have a long day. And that was our biggest Achilles heel last year. We can throw darts at the quarterback situation. Yeah, it was a shitty situation. I don't think we didn't have a good enough quarterback to sustain. But, with a decent running back, you can overcome a lot of that too.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's what their plan's going to be, get that running game going, run to set up the pass as opposed to pass to set up the run. So,
but there are going to be times that Geno Smith is going to throw that ball around the yard. He's perfectly capable of coming in. It's like he drank the right amount of Gatorade and got the right amount of vitamin B12 before the game, and he's juiced up, and he goes out there, and before you know it, he's got 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's capable of doing that. Mm-hmm. I know he hasn't done it a whole lot in his career. I mean, he's pretty much a 250, 2 touchdown kind of guy, but But that's all we need. We don't.
I'll definitely take that. Hey, Lecky T's in here, or Leaky T.
Yeah.
Aloha, brother. Aloha, Leaky.
Hell yeah.
So that's kind of my take on it. If one of the other running backs can also step up as well, as Amir or Sincere can step up and be that third back, I think we'd be okay. Now don't forget, Tommy Malo is going to be lined up in the backfield sometime, either in a Wildcat or they're going to. I don't want to say it, but I can really see Chip Kelly still in a couple plays from UNLV on that go-go offense that they run.
Yeah.
And see that and put Tommy Malo back there in the go-go.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's basically the quarterback and the two running backs holding each other's hand in the backfield. And
TD Tommy, man.
Yeah. Something to that effect. I know we got a lot of hope and aspirations with our rookies. We do. Yeah. But I'm going to be quite honest with you. The averages don't lie. If we can hit on 4 rookies in this draft, it was an excellent draft.
Hey, Raider Ben was kind of the reason that I said the first thing I said about why hating on each other in the nation is a no-no. You know, we're a family and we can fight and argue, but hating on each other and freaking type of silly shit that went on for a while is bullshit. Mm-hmm. And I won't condone it. And somebody comes on here doing that shit, they're gone. I ain't worried about it. Like I said, I'm not worried about some money. I don't care about that shit. And Raider Ben is the reason why it brought my attention to it. Watch some videos and watch some stuff that, and I was like, damn, Raider Ben's not a part of it. Don't get me wrong. He's not the reason for it. He's just bringing light to it. And just so y'all know, that dude right there, Raider Ben, put your link in the chat because I want people to see what you do that don't know who you are.
Yeah, I subscribed to him a couple weeks ago when I
I've had him on mine for a little while. I bang into his when he comes up every now and then.
Raider Ben and any other content creator that comes on here that I talk about with high regard like him, you are more than welcome to put your link in my chat block at any time. You don't even have to ask. Put it in there. And if somebody wants to come see you, they can come see you. I'm not that guy. I'm just not that guy. So anyway, sorry, got me a little off track. But it was one of the first things I was talking about after Billy Davis, and thank God that everything's working out well for Billy Davis. Yeah. So, yeah, Lecky, glad to see you, man. Appreciate you. So, Mike, did you get an opportunity on the Jeanty thing? I think you did, didn't you?
I think me and Jason pretty much were in collusion. I think I was thinking the same thing about as you. We're pretty close on what we think. I was projecting him for maybe hoping to, if we can get 1,300 out of them, both passing and rushing.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he can get at least 1,000 yards rushing. I mean, there's 17 games now, so
agreed.
He should be able to get 600 rushing the last 3 games because usually those are dead games for most people anyway. So depending on who we play, and we got a real sweet schedule this year, believe it or not.
Oh yeah,
we're playing some teams that that
weak defenses, weak rushing defenses.
Yeah,
is what I was saying.
So it's like okay. Again, last year we saw Carolina as our home opener and thought, that's a gimme. No one.
No, guess what? Yeah. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and pop chats up here dealing with Jeanty. right?
Yes.
So
yes.
one of the first ones was this: ceiling, rookie of the year, floor, 900 yards. I think he means rushing. So we'll go 900 rushing is the floor. I would say that is absolute floor, as low as the floor goes. That's nearly basement, in my opinion, but I'll go from there.
If he gets less than 900 yards, this draft automatically becomes a D plus.
It becomes a problem. Yeah. Exactly.
And you can't just judge 1 year, because a lot of guys, Saquon Barkley had 13 his first year.
Yeah.
And then
went down right around 1,000. Yeah.
So
Celtic Raider, I'm sure to start they will be 50-50 on snaps with Mostert and Jeanty, but as the season goes, Jeanty will have 75% and Mostert 25%. I think Mostert's better in the red zone. So I can see what you're saying there, because in the red zone, Mostert seemed in 2023, that's where he seemed to get most of his touchdowns. So Jeanty, the new Derrick Henry, I don't think that's even a good comparison at all.
No.
Derrick Henry, not that I'm flipping you shit, Lester. I'm just saying.
That's my buddy.
Derrick Henry is a tall, wide running back that is a one of one. He's a high leg drive guy, and he gets low and hides behind the freaking offensive line and then finds a spot and goes. Jeanty doesn't have to do that. He's already there. So I've kind of looked at that comp a little bit and went, I don't think it really compares.
He could be meaning, he's going to have that kind of impact in the NFL.
Well, it could also mean that he has the ability to shed tackles like that.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
He breaks tackles different. He breaks tackles different. He breaks tackles more of a slippery.
It's like
tackle breaker. Derrick Henry, he'll run through your face mask and break your nose.
Right.
Yeah, and Jeanty takes he sheds tackles like you're walking and trying to take your pants off at the same time. That's the way he sheds them. You know what I mean? It's like, It's kind of like he just moves them. Yeah.
Well, he has such good balance that he uses his body weight and uses the potential tacklers to almost bounce off him like a pinball.
Yeah. If any of you guys have ever played competitive football, which I think all three of us have, short dudes that are wide are hard to freaking tackle.
Yeah.
They just really are.
Well, they're also hard. They're also hard to find at the snap of the ball too.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
So
it's like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? And then you have Thornton out there. It's freaking 6'6", freaking running a 4.3, and he's stretching the field. And then, you got Besh out there freaking running over the middle, and then Bowers over the middle, and it's like you can't stack the box. It's going to be a really hard team to scheme against. I really believe that.
And don't forget, we're going to be throwing Pegas in there. How do you say his name? Pegas? JJ?
Pagay.
It's like a French Creole.
I think he's going to get in a few gadget plays here and there.
Yeah, it's Fridge Pagay. Yep. Fridge Pagay. How many carries per game do we give Jeanty? 18 to 22? Hold on. Sorry. YouTube. I want to put that up there. That's Ben's YouTube right there. Just in case anybody wants it. People think I'm a toxic guy, but in all honesty, I stand for the Shield. Thanks for all the kind words. Look, bro, I just watched you I was trying to prep my own live show, and I watched you for a while going, damn, what the hell is everybody doing? And what are we thinking? And I appreciate you doing that. really opened my eyes a little bit. Anybody should, no, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't go back and watch that live because it's actually.
I watched it today.
It's a little bit more eye-opening than I want it to be because I was a guy that was contributing to something I probably shouldn't have been. So
instigator.
And
so you're the guy that goes up to the kids at lunch line, says that guy talked bad about your mama. You start the fights, huh?
Yeah, and then he takes his spot in line.
No, the thing was, there was a certain moment where a certain person was doing a benefit for a certain charity that I feel strongly about, and I contributed a lot to, and found out quickly that a lot of that is probably bullshit. So that you're not going to ever get from me. I promise you that. How many carries? 18 to 22? No. I think in his presser, he flat out said that he goes, I'm good with 30 a game in the NFL. No problem. He wasn't arrogant. He wasn't arrogant about it. He goes, if they want me to run it 30 times a game, I'm good with that. I'm good with 40. And I just love this dude's attitude, how humble and chill he is about everything.
Yeah.
Hell, his before the draft, his message to every team in the league was draft the guy you can't tackle.
Right.
And that was it. Respectfully, Jeanty. It was just like that. That was the only thing he freaking puts out. I'm like, dude, this guy, yeah, I like this guy. What? Oh, Celtic Raiders girl. Look, it sucks that freaking Barefoot's not on Chat Sports anymore because I did go on there for that. She left Chat Sports. She has another opportunity somewhere else. I'm not absolutely 100% sure, but that does suck. And it'll probably limit my time to actually watch the Celtics at this point because she is actually a freaking great commentator and taught me a lot about basketball. All right, so Navy Vet, salute to you from Money Chuck. I'm not going to get my hopes up on Jeanty till it translates into wins. We've been saying the same story, how excited we are every season, every year.
Yeah, I feel that way about the whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I mean, it's.
I just feel.
I really feel it.
I just feel it's a little. I feel it's a little different this year because since the get-go, everything has gone in a certain. Everything's gone in a certain way, right? Everything's kind of gone in a competitive, chip on shoulder way. You know what I mean? And it's been all the players, every single one of them seems like they're humble dudes ready to eat. You know what I mean? They're all hungry. They're all starving. They're all, you know what I mean? And that's, to me, that's a beautiful thing. And that's not something I haven't seen that shit since early 2000, Jason, Mike, 2000, they were like that kind of, you know what I mean? They were all had that same kind of freaking mean ass mentality. And, I feel a little different this year than I felt in many years. What do you guys think?
I agree with that. We got the staff this time, not pieced up,
Chef.
Jeff's in here. Oh, John Scheffler's in here.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. I am excited. I'm excited this time every year, but this time I really feel like we'll have something to be excited out once the season gets going.
Yep. What do you think, Jason?
Now, same thing. I mean, anybody that's been a Raider fan long enough and gone what we've gone through for the last 22 years, at this point, it's just pump the brakes just a little bit, see what we got, and see how it translates. Because we've had drafts in the past 10 years that we thought were, oh my God, we hit it, and then next thing you know, all those guys are gone. And so that's why a lot of times, like on 805 and some of those guys, hey, grade the draft. But I don't want to do that no more. Really, in all honesty, I don't want to be stuck grading what we have today when, in all actuality, we really don't know what we have. Now it looks, it's very promising, and I think systematically how Spytech went about the draft was very precise, very intelligent. Didn't, like he said, it was best player available if it fit our need.
Yeah.
And if it, and I think like our trade back in the second round, I really believe when Carson Schlesinger got drafted before it got to us, that was the time to go, okay, let's go back and see what we can do.
I believe that too. Once that happened, it's like, yeah, we're just going to roll back.
Yeah, we're going to roll back. And we made out on that trade pretty good too. So,
fuck yeah, we did. I had two trade backs.
There was two trades, and
made out good on both of them.
We started the draft with 9 picks. We ended up with 11.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had 4 in the top 100. So even though the 2 were 98, 99, but
you can't beat that.
Then we got one at 108 too. So
and we got 108. So I mean, you can't be mad at that at all.
Yep.
So, and I know we gave up a lot of the talk on the Raiders radio network is, by moving back from 37 to 58, how much talent did we forfeit to go back to 58? Well, I'll be quite honest with you. Jack Besh, if he would have stayed at LSU with Nussmeier, would have probably been a top 30 pick.
Yeah, he would have been gone long before that.
A lot of his faults at TCU weren't really his faults. It's just it was a little they didn't have that Nussmeier kid from LSU. He's the real deal. He's going to be a good quarterback.
Hey, can I give a shout out right quick?
Go ahead.
East Coast Gridiron, if you're still on here, put your link down there for anybody to see. Because anybody on here right now that ever watched East Coast Gridiron, another one that is very dialed in, very in tune.
God knows the shit.
Yeah, he's been doing it a long time. I kind of gave up a lot of my football following when I was raising my family. So I was basically Saturdays and Sundays the only time I really paid attention to football. But the last 3 or 4 years, I really picked up and started watching a lot more college football. And I love high school football. God, I love high school football. It's so much fun to watch.
East Coast Gridiron, though, he's actually relatively large. He's a media company guy.
Yeah,
but he doesn't seem that way. That's what's awesome about that dude. So
he's not too big for his britches. He still puts them on one leg at a time, just like the rest of us.
He's still all nation, man. Yeah. It's all about the nation.
Yep. Hey, Jason, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you decided if you're going to the Bakersfield event yet?
Oh, I can't go. I wish if I went, I'd have to get. I talked to my buddy Ronnie Rossi, guy I grew up with. We've been Raider fans our whole life and whatnot. And I as much as I'd like to go, I'd love to go. I just can't. I got passing of my father-in-law this past week, and then
oh shit. I didn't
finishing up my son's college and things like that. Just kind of want to just kind of keep. Got a couple things I need to do for my wife.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Oh, I get you, man.
And I don't want to be. That was one of the reasons why I gave up my season tickets, was because it got to the point where she never went. It was just me, and my kids never got it. My kids aren't into football at all. So I got to the point right around 2012, 2013, after I'd had them for about 9 years, and I was like, you know, Dad has to be dad too. And I just told the wife, I said, I'll give up going to the games, but you have to let me watch every freaking game uninterrupted. And now she's a diehard Raider fan. She watches the games and she's more into it than I am.
Oh,
Only bad thing is she thinks when somebody gets tackled, it's a holding call. I go, no. They can grab him and throw him on the ground when he's got the ball, babe. It's okay. That's not holding. Oh.
Yep. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like my wife. Yeah, she's a secondary Raider fan. That's her second team, right? Just because it's me, right? But she's a Panther fan. I made her flip a coin years ago when the Panthers and Jags came in the league. I said, you're one or the other. I'm sick of watching you do the Bears thing, sick of watching you do the Bengals thing, just as you see fit. It is what it is. Flipping a coin. Yeah. Flipped a coin, Panthers. She won. I mean, between those two, she won. That was a win. I mean, they've been to 2 Super Bowls, for crying out loud, you know. So she won that. But the thing is, over that time, as we watch ball games together, she's starting to learn all the calls, and she's starting to learn all the, you know, hell, we've been married 32 years, man. And she's like, oh, that's bullshit. And I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that is bullshit. You know? So it's
awesome. Amazing. Sometimes some women, you know, that they get, like with my wife, I don't know about all the women Mike has had in his day, you know, to see my wife grow into it, and she just grew into probably the last, I say 2016, 2017. Well, she fell in love with Derek Carr. So,
yeah.
So she loved Derek
Carr. Okay, so here's Rosetown. Nah, man, what'd she do to you when we lost to the Panthers? She didn't say shit. She didn't say shit. She goes, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she goes, "Cool." You know, and it was one of those deals.
No, my wife doesn't like sports at all, but she does like to harass me about my Raiders for some reason.
Yeah, that's how my mom was with my dad.
That's just part of the program, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I remember years ago me and my dad were watching the Raiders and the Broncos, and Jeff Jager was lining up to kick the game-winning field goal. Right? All we need is a field goal to win. Game over. And my mom walks in the room and goes, "What's the score?" So I told her. She goes, "Oh, he's gonna miss this field goal." Motherfucker, he missed it. It was like a 35-yard field goal. He missed it. I was like, "Don't you ever come in here while we're watching the game?" And she's all pissed off at me, and she's like almost to tears. I'm like, God, you know, you jinxed us.
So you talk about Jeff Jager. Here's a funny part. When I lived out in Washington, my insurance agent was Kim Jager.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. And I'm like, yeah, there's no way that's a thing. She goes, yeah, that's my cousin. I'm like, you're shitting me.
Nah.
Oh, you want him? She goes, you want to meet him? I'm like, yeah. Well, he's going to be out here in 2 months. And sure enough, met up with him, freaking hung out with him, freaking cool dude. Had some real cool stories about some shit. I mean, and Jeff Jager, that's back there. That's back in the day, bro. Yeah. So just saying, East Coast, you don't have to appreciate that shit. I appreciate you, brother. I'm just telling you. Yeah. Anybody at any time that has that's trying to do this, or is the family of the nation. They can put their link here anytime they want. Speaking of, I think Jeff and Chris for Raiders is probably about to start.
7:00.
What?
In 1 hour.
In an hour. Oh, I thought they said 9 Eastern.
No.
I thought it's usually 10, but I think they said 9 Eastern.
Let me double check. Don't quote me on that, folks. Okay.
But I got no issues with those links going in the chat either. Those two guys.
Christopher Reader. Visit channel. Live.
No, Rosetown. She didn't leave me alone in sadness. She just left me alone for a minute. That's what she did. She was being good. She was being gracious. I was down here in the shop watching the Raider game. I knew there's no way I could watch the Panther game next to her with playing against the Raiders. And I could hear her screaming at the house from like 300 feet away. And I'm like, fuck.
It does say that they're going to be live at 6:00.
Yeah. So, Jason, do you have their links like readily available? Can you put them down there? Because we'll just go quick after this now, because Sacktown's got a new segment, and I want him to be able to have his segment. So we'll just maybe just come off the last one, because it's actually a subject that just state of the Raiders going into camp is what it is. We'll see. But
I'm going to put Christopher Raiders on there.
Yep.
First, anybody in the chat? Lester, East Coast. Rosetown's always in there. That's my guy.
Yep.
Rosetown
always asks for a joke, so I got one for him. But that's after Sacktown's done with his poem and his bowl time.
Oh shit! Do I need to load it again?
Yeah, you need to get your notes, because it's time to do your bowl time.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh shit! I got to change the page.
And do your Dr. Seuss impression.
Okay, I got to get out my trusty notebook here.
Yep. All right, Jason, I'm gonna pop us both off here. I'm gonna put him on the screen.
All right.
Maybe. Damn, what the hell is that shit?
You don't have to just put it back the way it was with all three of you. I want to see your reactions.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
Take it away, Sacktown.
All right. Okay. So now it's we're gonna call it bowl time with Sacktown. So if you got a bowl or a bong or a joint or whatever you want to light up with me, mention it in the chat, so I can find out who's spoken with me. And there goes the plane over my head. Okay, so anyways, bowl time with Sacktown.
We need some music.
Oh, I know.
I was thinking about Sublime's beginning of Smoke Two Joints, bong hit and all, but I don't know if he get pegged for that one. All right, so as you're all lighting up with me like I know you are, I knew you were a Navy vet. So, yeah, cool. He sent me a picture of the weed he's got. It looked insane. And he had a bottle there, too. I couldn't see what it was. But... Okay, so my poem is to the rhythm of Dr. Seuss, and I've called it Green Eggs or Sham. I don't want him on our team. I don't want him on our squad. I don't want him on our bench. I don't want him as Nazmod. I don't want Shador, my man. I don't want Green Eggs or Sham. I don't want him to wear our shield. I don't want him on our field. I don't want him to blow his horn. Hell, I don't want him to sell popcorn. I just don't want Shador, my man. I just don't want Shador. God damn. Okay, here's where Nabman's part comes in too. Nobody wanted him at all. They said he was short, said he was small. His arm's not strong. He can't throw long. His mouth is really what caused his fall. I know I sound a little mean. Don't want him on our Raiders team. I don't mean to offend my bro. I just thought I'd let you know.
Pretty crisp right there. That's pretty good.
Nice. Well done, sir. Well done. Well done, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta finish with the. Oh, shit, where's my lighter? I'm using my lighter to hold down my page.
Somebody told me I look Chinese when I laugh. Hey.
The screen ads.
Funny shit, man. All right, Rosetown. Where's Rosetown at?
Oh, look at Yoda's in here.
Yeah, Yoda's in.
Oh, I didn't see him before.
Yeah.
They were in it earlier.
I don't see all the chats. I don't have a laptop. So I just see the ones you guys post.
Where's Rosetown? Rosetown, say hi. I'm here. If not, I'm not telling a joke. It's that simple. Rosetown asked for it. Here it is.
Okay, wait. And now for your drinking and dining pleasure. Without any further ado, here comes the 93 Nabman's joke time.
Okay, so I try not to get too rough with the joke, but so I'll just throw this out there. So my wife went to the doctor, right? She gets home and she says, "Oh, we can't have sex for 6 weeks." I'm like, "What? Really?" She goes, "Yeah, she can't have sex for 6 weeks." And I was like, "Damn." I thought about it for a moment, and I was kind of in silence, and I go, well, "What did the dentist say?"
It's one of those hand grenade jokes, man. It takes a couple seconds. Takes a couple, then it all comes in. That's a good joke.
Yeah. Takes a second. Gotta let it sink in. There several the people that are in. There's like 4 people in there. Those that are in, they're actually like rewinding. He's like, "What? Wait, what?" Double dipping with y'all, Jeff and Chris. Double dipping. Giggity.
Oh, giggity.
Yeah, I got Chris running up on mine too.
Yeah. I'm gonna bounce us out of here.
Oh, Rosetown's there.
Yeah. He goes, I'm double dipping with you on, but he didn't hear the joke.
Okay.
That's the weird part.
Yeah.
Rosetown's always about the joke, and he didn't even hear it. And I'm not telling it again. You don't tell jokes twice. You just don't. You're going to have to rewind it, Rosetown. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't explain my jokes. I just don't. You either get it or you don't.
Yeah, it loses the effect.
Yeah. I'll rewatch it. You'll dig it, bro. I promise you. It's Rosetown worthy. I promise.
Oh, hey. We got some crap talking going on over on the Jeff side.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, they're anticipating us three showing up over there on there.
Everybody go. I'm about to bounce. I'm going to bounce. Everybody go over to Jeff and Chris.
No. Leave it running.
Oh, really? Oh, you want me to stream into it? I can.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Everybody's talking shit.
They're streaming this show on their show?
You can, yeah. Typically not the three of us, though. If I jump in there, he can set me up a link where I can hit the stream button.
Yeah,
and we're all streaming at once.
I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
They have us up on their screen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Rosetown's like, what?
Hey, that man. They're streaming us and commenting on us. They're like,
oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh, it's fucking great, dude. I love it.
Well, shit,
hey.
Jeff. This one's for you, Jeff.
And this.
You got the laundry boy and she shed rocking
Chris just popped in here. Yo, what is up?
Who did? Oh, Chris. Raiders. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris Raiders, man. Looking forward to seeing you on the 17th.
Oh,
he just said he got
I found the culprit. Nev,
Dude.
I found the culprit who said you look Chinese. It's Jeff.
I need footage. I need footage of that Bakersfield thing. I promise you, I need that.
No, we're doing that. Did I tell you Blue's going to that event now?
Yeah, yep. She is.
So we're gonna be your live correspondents, and Jack will probably pop on too.
Is this the moderator special show? So everybody on here is a moderator. That is freaking funny. It is. He ain't lying. He ain't lying though. Everybody on this show is a moderator for Jeff. I just hit my head on a cloud. Wait, what? Ouch. I just hit my head on a cloud. I'm higher than Willie. Glad we didn't get Cheddar. It was his altitude, mainly his father. What the fuck is that shit? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. That's next level freaking stoned right there. Oh my God. Cheddar.
That's my buddy. That's my buddy.
You meant to say Shador, but Cheddar. Yeah, I got it. That's cool.
Cheddar.
Hey,
like,
Lester.
What's with the Cheddar?
Hey, Lester, what happened? Lester, what happened to Drake? Chat, what happened to Drake? Why wasn't he here? Drake's his buddy that lives in Virginia. He was going to watch.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Right there. Ah, sweet
yeah,
brother.
Drake guy. Yeah, hey Drake, how's it going, brother?
Is that his real picture?
It's too. I can't see. It's too small for me. Probably. I don't know.
Looks like Bieber. Looks like Bieber.
No, he's a cool dude, man. He's fucking really cool.
I'm not saying he's not a cool dude. Just looks like Bieber. If that's his real picture.
Yeah, I can't see the picture enough to tell if that's him or not.
It's an old picture. That's what he said.
We've met up at we've met up at the Coliseum before.
Oh, right on.
Coliseum, yeah.
Look, Yoda, he's too pretty for this bunch.
You ain't lying there. I got a face for radio.
Got a face for radio. Exactly. I'm with you. That's probably why I don't have many subs, because they're like, God damn. As soon as they pop on, they're like, this dude.
That's what he looks like.
You know the good thing about being ugly is when the aliens come down, they won't touch you because you're too crunchy.
No shit, right?
And all the pretty boys, they're nice and tender and juicy, so they get eaten first.
Got a voice for deaf people. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Understood, Drake. Hey, good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in, bro.
Yeah, they both.
Thanks to everybody popping in.
Yeah, Lester and Drake both subscribed before the show.
Oh,
so
sweet.
They subscribe, hit the noties, and they know to send likes and stuff. So
cool, man. So I'm probably pretty close to my first 100, which is pretty cool.
Not bad for 2 weeks worth of work.
I reckon so. It's awesome, and I'm trying not to intercept anybody else's stuff. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do my best to find times in the day where I'm not interrupting anybody else's stuff. You know, so yeah, that being
especially with Jeff, because he's on like 24 hours a day.
Yeah, he's on freaking. It's like, damn, every time I pop on there, freaking Jeff or Chris is on. Like, these dudes just popping lives left and right. Like, damn. But hey, great. Glad I can make it. Gonna continue to watch y'all. Raiders love y'all. Shield family.
Yeah,
very nice.
When we start getting close to, when we start hitting training camp and preseason and stuff, it's going to get real fun.
Yeah.
Real fun.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah,
but Drake, I promise that right there, what you just said right there, is exactly what I want to hear.
Yeah.
And thank you. That's exactly what I want to hear, brother. Snap. Snap. Snap.
No, that's not how we did. We snapped down.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, Jason, thanks, man. I appreciate you being here. Man, freaking awesome. I understand the stipulations of you coming on at this point. And Mike, I mean, you're always here, bro.
I like that cat that won't go away.
You're never not going to be here, bro. It's going to be that solid. So, hey, that said, have a good night. Shield family.
Shield family.
Much love.
Go Raiders.